Hello, everybody. I'm sick, but we are streaming. Regardless, we're playing the last of the Little Goody Two Shoes as we're wrapping up our endings tonight. I'm just catching up to where we were. Last stream. Today's Thursday. Last Monday, we got two endings. We got the kind of the one of the bad endings where we got we did an investigation. We got the what I keep calling the Scooby-Doo ending, where we found out who was behind all the supernatural happenings in the town. It was Father Hans, and then he got, which was good, and then we got as turns out he decided to make a deal with Saint Valperga, the artist formerly known as Valperga, who he was trying to find out who it exactly Elise's Granny Hala had made a deal with. She had confessed to him on her deathbed that she had made a deal with an entity in the forest to get herself a child who was Elise. And Father Hans was confused because Granny Hala said that, quote, he gave her a child, and Father Hans was like, but Valperga is a she. And he had spent apparently all the years of Elise's life investigating the thing, had run into a bit of a dead end in his investigation, and finally decided, apparently, in some manner of desperation, that he was going to perform a ritual to summon Valperga, which had been what had caused all the damage and danger in the town, and that still didn't get him his answer. And so when we finally found his secret altar beneath the church, he finally confronted Elise, came clean about everything, and was like, okay, so no, but really, who is it that you've been meeting in the woods at night? Well, joke's on him, because we also don't know, but it didn't matter, because he then got Foucault's boomeranged. What good? But then Elise also got as Valperga decided to reclaim what was stolen from her, which is to say the body that Elise was still using at the time, that Valperga took for herself. And so that was our bad ending. But then we got a good ending, as we took Lebkuin with us into the woods, where it quickly became apparent that she was experiencing a different reality than we were. We put the three gifts that we had prepared onto the respective altars. We found the tree, which opened up and sort of barfed some riches, and then opened into a sort of portal to invite us inward. And we decided that seems sus, and quit the woods forthwith with Lebkuin, hand in hand, to travel Europe together. Ultimately, Elise and Lebkuin made their way back to Kieferberg sometime later, as a happily married couple where, let's see, Lebkuin became the new elder after Father Hans had passed, and Elise became the mayor, and the two lived happily ever after. So we've got one of our happy endings. It was a good stream. Hello, Bob. Hello, Badroad. Hello, Freya. I'm buying some time for my tea to cool. Because as I mentioned, possibly while ads were still running, I am sick. So, but that's okay, because we only have endings to wrap up tonight, and the nice thing about the endings is there aren't as many characters to voice in them, which will give me at least a little bit of a relief. Also means I don't have to remember as many voices, which is nice. So I pulled chat last time as to who we were going to go with, and despite Bob's well-intentioned efforts to make it a tie, Lebkuin won that particular poll. So we're gonna actually start with other Freya, in-game Freya, as our next ending candidate, and just to pick up and go from there. There are 10 total endings. We're not going to show all 10. I'm hoping to do 4 more tonight, and essentially just kind of show a good range of them. But they're just, we'll find some, I'm not sure I'd call that a positive intention. That I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. But I figure we'll show a pretty good range. Some of them sort of overlap. and some of them are just bummers. So those are most of the ones I'm skipping. Oh, hang on. Before we do any of that, A, I should switch modes, and B, I should do content warnings. I'm not at 100% capacity, so if I seem a little off tonight, hopefully y'all will forgive. But before we do any of that, we do need to still do content warnings, because these are still very much at play. First, this game does have full screen flashes at several points, so please be advised on that. They can get stroby at times. Also, there are scenes with blood, gore, and dead animals. Probably less on the third. Blood and gore still very much in play. I think we're past the dead animals at this point, but I still want to leave it on there because I'm not 100% certain. But the first two, for sure. I also think we're past most of the scenes involving the townsfolk being shitty, so we don't have to worry too much about this, but I still want to mention that up until this point, and the characters may still allude to a past of this town and its kind of history of certainly allegorical homophobia, misogyny, xenophobia, and just general bullying that a number of these characters, at least primarily, but also the three love interests, have had to deal with. For more detailed warnings, see doesthedogdie.com and search for Little Goody Two Shoes, or click on the link here in our CW tag, and you'll get more on that front. Right, you are the beautiful dragon, Freya. Exactly, easy to keep you two apart because there's the distinction there. One of you is in a video game. I don't know if you're in a video game, but you're not in this video game, so far as I know. We haven't met any dragons here, which is kind of a shame, really, when you think about it. We also can't pet the cats, so really 2 marks against this one. And I also should do this thing to switch. There we go. Now y'all can see the game. Alright. I think that's all the things. So yeah, we're going to try to get to... There, I can actually show the camera. Trying to get to 4 endings tonight. Freya and Rosemarine's good endings. And then 2 other endings, which I won't pre-spoil. I've heavily considered putting myself in a video game. That, I think, would be extremely exciting. Alright. Let me have one more thing of the tea. I love that they all get flower crowns. That makes me very happy. Just a nice little note to the sprite. Making the most of tonight, aren't you?
Elise!
Oh, Elise. Been dancing around the maypole all day, Freya. I mean, she did kind of help construct the thing. It's the least she should do. Aren't you tired?
Oh, right!
More importantly, Elise, won't you dance with me? I was hoping we could. Oh, but you have to dance with Rosemarine at least. We ought to make the most of the festival while she's here. You're truly... Is everything alright, Elise? You haven't changed one bit, Freya. Even after yesterday, you're still... rather glad to be here in Kieferberg. That's it, isn't it? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about this today. All that happened yesterday made me realize that Kieferberg won't be around forever, Elise. Or that I won't be in Kieferberg forever, rather.
You know...
Speaking of which, Freya... Oh, let's please stop talking about such things. It's the day of the festival. I want to make the most of it with you.
For goodness sake.
That's not it, Freya. Come now, let's dance, Elise.
Now that you mention it...
Won't you come with me up to the viewpoint, Freya? The viewpoint? There's something I'd like to tell you, is all.
Wait!
Oh, but we haven't danced together yet.
Freya...
We can always dance later, can't we? We gotta move along then, before it gets too late. Let's go! I must dance with you, after all, or you'll lose your mind. Please? To the viewpoint! Where we'll have to immediately consume food so we don't pass out.
Good thing you're bringing your own.
We brought exactly 1 food.
And
That was tiring.
Well, there's that too.
nom nom nom.
Oh, I've had it. I would have carried you had I known you were tired, Elise. Really wish we'd known that was an option.
For goodness sake.
Had you had enough of that this week? You truly want me to answer that? For goodness sake.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Still a wonderful festival, isn't it, Elise? Even if it's a little quieter this year.
Now that you mention
It used
it...
to be a great deal livelier, that's for certain. I wonder what Primodor's festivals are like. I'm certain they're much bigger and more colorful than ours.
For goodness sake.
You should go and see it for yourself, Freya.
Oh, Elise.
Don't you mean we, Elise? I suppose. You see, Elise, you've truly encouraged me a great deal this past week. I did mean all I said, Freya. You helped me understand my own feelings better, Elise. As much as I love Kieferberg, I want more for myself.
I see.
Me too, Freya. I feel the same about Kieferberg, but also I have something... You've always made it clear you want to leave, silly. You're always so certain about what you want, Elise. I feel like I can do anything when I'm with you.
Shush it, you.
Don't be silly, Freya. You can do anything without me. I do mean it, Elise. I can't picture my future without you.
Freya.
If you truly believe I can become a seamstress in Primodorf, then I do too. I could become a princess in that castle, even, as long as I'm with you. For goodness sake. You're so embarrassing.
I know.
I could do all these things without you, Elise. Yet, you give it so much more meaning. I truly... You're going too fast, Freya. Before you carry on, there's something all that jealousy I felt for you turned into something else, and... It took me this long to realize that I... What do you mean, turned into something else, Freya?
I love you.
I love you, Elise. I truly do. This past week has been a dream come true.
Freya.
Freya, you...
I know.
I know this is all very sudden, but... Won't you come to Primodorf with me, Elise? To Primodorf, you say? Even beyond that, I want to see how far we can go together.
Shush it, you.
You're truly so... I've talked to Papa about it already, too. Huh? What? He knows? That we've been flirting about town? Of course. Oh, I'm as good as dead.
Oh,
Elise, don't be silly.
Oh, it's wonderful.
He's part of it, too. He said I ought to follow my heart while I can. Knew that man was shipping it.
For goodness
For
sake.
goodness sake. You can give me an answer when you're ready, Elise.
You know,
Before I say anything, Freya, won't you come with me? There's something I'd like to show you. Of course, Elise. Come then, it's not far. Knew I liked Gustav. Hooray! We have the token. Gift number 3. Gustav, the one good guy in town. I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, I like Eugen personally, but I don't even know that he's... It's more that Eugen has done nothing wrong, as opposed to... You know, Gustav has actively done good. He stood up for people and actually, like, tried to steer the town in a better direction, whereas Eugen is just... A lot of bad shit's happened to him. This is it. There's no going back. Got everything. It's only a matter of...
Elise.
Is everything alright, Elise? Ah, yes. Let's move along now. This part's pretty much the same for all of them. Make sure to have everything in my basket. It's best I hurry and get everything ready. And also, immediately eat bread. Delicious. Oh, Elise. Can't hold it anymore. I have to say it. Huh? I was gonna wait until I was done, but I can't do it. For goodness sake, Freya, out with it. I'm making you a winter dress. What? Mrs. Mariella had this wonderful red fabric lying about, you see? I couldn't help myself, Elise. Ah, well. I don't see the harm in that. Oh, I should have waited before telling you, but I was so excited. Thinking of making you a cloak to go with it, too. She's gonna be Little Red Riding Hood. Mrs. Mariella had some fur lying about, so I also thought about... I'll be looking forward to it, Freya. I'm sorry, I know I'm rambling, but I must ask. How do you feel about headbands, Elise? Oh, for goodness sake. I need to know. This is very important. Adorable. I'm just going to save this one. There. Whoop, whoop, hip. Do we have any others? Oh, I can't wait to tell Papa. Tell him? Right, that we're going. Freya. That we're going to Primodorf, silly. Ah. Of course. I also thought to tell him that we're... For goodness sake. I can't not tell him, Elise. I wouldn't know how to face him, Freya. I'm just the same as you've always done, Elise. It's easier said than done. I'll carry you there if I have to, whether you like it or not. We're getting Papa's blessing together, and that's final. Oh, I'm good as dead. Elise! Yeah, you're gonna be fine, kiddo. Although I really look forward to whatever teasing Gustav would give. Really, the thing you gotta worry about is the bear hug.
You know...
Keep close to me, alright? We gave this warning last time. I am going to reiterate it probably every time that we get into the woods, because I did forget to add it to the content warning tag. Distorted, altered reality thing here. Both, Elise and... We're going to get implications that Freya is seeing a very different version of reality. So kind of edges up on, not exactly gaslighting, but similar things where she's just seeing a very different world than what Elise is seeing. So I wanted to forewarn about that again as we get to this. Keep close to me, alright? It's best we don't wander about. We could get lost.
Oh, it's wonderful!
Oh, Elise. I never knew there was such a wonderful place. I don't know if I'd call it wonderful, Freya. I don't remember if these lines are exactly the same. I think they're a little bit different for each companion, but we'll find out.
Oh,
Oh,
Elise.
but isn't it? Look at all these butterflies and all these flowers. The sky is so blue here, too. How did you find out about this place? Come, Freya, stay close to me. Wouldn't want you to get lost. And also, we should go ahead and put the thing in the basket before I forget. There. Tender flesh, earthly desire. Bread. Bread for crows. Bedrod, I think you had been the one to ask last time about what happens if you don't make an offering. You can't proceed forward, but the good news is you can make an offering out of literally anything. So it doesn't have to be this bread. You could put it literally anything in the basket. Oh, so many fireflies! Huh? They're so bright and golden.
Oh, it's wonderful!
Oh, you should have told me about this place sooner, Elise. Okay, I think this is exactly like word for word what we got from Luke. I may, when we come back in a third time, I may just fast forward through these. I'm not sure what she's talking about, but this part I think will be different. Oh, this is wonderful. Everything all right, Freya? I think there was such a place in Kieferberg. How different is it from the creek or the viewpoint? Oh, it's completely different. We don't have such colorful flowers anywhere in Kieferberg. Colorful flowers? Is that what she's saying? Doesn't anything seem strange to you, Freya? Strange? I don't hear any birds, for example. Oh, haven't you noticed those robins up there in those trees? I don't know what's going on, but I ought to be careful. And we grab this. Occurs to me we actually probably don't need those either. Yeah, we'll just proceed. We've talked to y'all already. I know you say the same things. Yes, yes, we're making a terrible plan. You all look forward to seeing us. Yes, yes, thank you. Good night and good luck. New. New. Sweetest nectar. you get to this point, your inventory has fewer than 3 things in it as a soft lock. I think you actually start the game with things that you can't get rid of, like the locket. And there are a couple of other things that you like automatically get. You get the vessel. So the game is set up in such a way that you're going to have at least 3 things. Oh, look at this fountain. I wonder who put this here. And there's no way to just like drop or discard items. What are you talking about, Freya?
Oh,
Quit
Elise.
teasing me, Elise. Hasn't been making much sense, has she? The vessel with the pestle. It is not actually a mortar and pestle, which is maybe for the best. Don't know why I picked that up. We don't need it. It's fine. Force of habit. What we do need is this. The little doll. Meow. I hadn't noticed the goat sound before. Too distracted by the heart fruit trees.
Elise.
It's so awfully romantic of you. I suppose. Come now, there's an even better place up ahead. Yeah, it seems like this is all the same. Which makes sense. It doesn't get unique until we get to, like, here. There's the riches and the flaming portal. Totally normal. The gates that old hag told me about.
This is it.
I did it! They're open! Totally unbothered. Love it. Love that for her. But if I go through with this, I might lose her. What's on the other side of these gates is anything like the woods. I can't go through with this. And we go! Is everything alright, Elise? Let's go home, Freya. Oh, already? I thought there was something you wanted to show me. No, it's alright. It's getting late, too, and we need to have, we still need to dance around the maple.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's true. We wouldn't want folks to start cleaning up before we got the chance.
Freya.
Hmm?
You know,
You see...
Oh, Elise.
No, Elise. I said it just fine. You can do it, too.
Shush it,
Oh,
you.
for goodness sake. You're not making it any easier.
Freya.
I love you, Freya.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It shows.
For goodness.
Lucky you. Let's go then. Back to Kieferberg? Wherever you want to go, Freya. Adorable. I love how the kind of painting strip at the top here is the same art style as the tapestry that kept changing in the hallway. I keep wondering if there are little Easter eggs in here, but I think it's really just a very good, like, here's the story of the whole game. Miriam, the King Crow. Given these two figures, and one of them has like a serpent tongue and the other one has the feathers, I'm guessing that's the like other form of Aziel and Murim. We just haven't met them yet. Yeah. Hey, September. Yes, we just did. We did the first part of the Freya ending, but the actual like unique bit of it here is just starting. So you get to see the epilogue. Oh, Gustav. So you're just in time for kind of the meat of it, I guess you could say. It didn't take us long to leave town after the festival. I love that they're on the back of a hay cart. That's so. It's just classic. I love it. But it's Gustav's face. Just amazing. Man supports his lesbian daughter, and I love him for it. Everyone saw us off with tears in their eyes, as if we'd be leaving for good. And Lebkuin's there. Love that. See you, Elise. See you, Freya. Don't you forget to come visit.
Papa.
Please don't cry, Papa. I'll come visit as often as I can. Will you ride too? Of course, Papa. You make me cry if you keep that up. Mr. Gustav still writes us every week without fail. Every week, bless him. Also, my man is literate in like 1600s Germany. Well done. Once we arrived in Primmeldorf, we found ourselves a cramped townhouse. It was riddled with cobwebs, and we didn't have much of anything at first. Both worked as maids of all work, just like we'd done in Kieferberg.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I got a tip today, Elise. Someone needed help hemming some curtains.
I did it.
Put it in the jar, Freya. Oh, we'll have enough for the sign next week if we keep going like this. Never mind the sign. We need to get you a proper shop first. The grape jewel is the sign. Wasn't long until we found a small ground floor shop for rent.
You know,
Should we move that one more to the right, Freya?
Oh,
Oh,
right.
I was thinking we could hang some on the wall over there. You done arranging all your threads and ribbons? Not yet. I have to dust the shelves first. We gotta hurry, Freya. We open in an hour. Oh, I know, Elise. I'm so nervous. You ready, Freya?
All right.
I'll go open the doors now, alright?
Oh, right.
Elise, wait! Won't you lend me a hand for a moment? Aww. Today's the big day, isn't it?
I know.
Oh, I'm so nervous I could cry, Elise. Come now, Freya, you'll do great. I'm sure of it. I love the two dresses in the window. The left one is very clearly like Lebkuin themed. The right one with the purple is very clearly like Rose and Marine. They're very clearly still the polyculas come with. Come now, Freya, you do great. I'm sure of it.
Elise.
Say, Elise. Hmm? You've been so supportive all this time. I want to do something for you too.
Now that you
There's
mention...
something for you to do, Freya.
Oh, right.
What about your dream, Elise? What about your dream, Elise? Everything we've done has been for me, and I feel
Shush it, you.
this is my dream, Freya.
Hmm.
Running this shop won't make us wealthy, Elise. What about several shops? Franchising. Huh?
For goodness
You want to design clothes, Freya, not just work as a seamstress?
sake.
Of course, but that's just a dream, Elise.
Is that so?
I'll prove it to you then. What? You'll be the best seamstress in Primodor, Freya.
I did it!
And once we've achieved that, we'll have shops everywhere.
Oh,
Elise, don't be silly.
shush it, you.
That's my dream, Freya. It's not silly. Your clothes will be worn across the entire country. You'll see.
I love you.
Oh, I love you, Elise. Freya, look at you. That's all it takes to get you red as a beet.
For
Oh,
goodness
for goodness sake. I love it. They ran away to become seamstresses, the kind with needle and thread. Right, it's the double meaning. Alright. Many happy endings this game has.
Little Goody Two Shoes.
In among all of the bad ones. Alright. 2 out of 3. Let's see how things go with Rose and Marine. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward to this bit where they give us tickets. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. Yep, okay. And yep. You want to play Kiss the Rat, I understand. We don't have time for that. We do have to dance, though. Well, nope, around the railing, please. Rose and Marine! Rose and Marine. Freya said we should dance with you, so that's what we're doing. That's not why. I thought you'd be enjoying the festival, Rose and Marine. Rose Marine, pardon me. Oh, but I am, Elise. Folks have been giving me all sorts of foods to try, and I dance with Groon, too. Oh,
For goodness sake.
not a care in the world, huh? Kieferberg's looking so colorful and lively, like a completely different town. They haven't tried to murder us once.
Now that you
I
mention
suppose you're right. Is everything alright, Elise? I love how they all ask that. I just noticed that they all ask the same question at this scene. They're all like, is everything okay? They all know. Huh? You're thinking about tonight, aren't you?
you know,
Rosemarine, I've been meaning to ask you something. This fate you speak of. Am I powerless to change it? Not at all. Huh? Fate is meant to guide one's path in life, Elise. You may forge your own, or allow fate to do it for you, but you're the one responsible for your own choices.
Rose and Marie.
Rosemarine, it's still rather foggy for you, isn't it? The whole concept of fate, I mean. Somewhat, yes. Fate makes you aware of all your possibilities is all. Had you not put on those shoes, for example... It's up to me, then. Won't you come with me, Rosemarine? Go where, Elise?
You know,
Home.
I...
There's something I'd like to tell you.
Rose and Marine!
What's so funny, Rosemarine? I was thinking fate always finds a way, is all.
For goodness
For
sake.
goodness sake. It's best we go, then. Lead the way. Unless you'd like to stay here for a little while longer. You can always come back, Elise. Oh, if only. Contemplating how one might read Elise as a beat, like musically. A rhythm game set in this universe would be quite the thing. Ah, look, Elise. Oh, there she goes.
Marine.
Rosemarine. We're back where we started. Is she up on the roof? Sunset's so beautiful up here, isn't it?
For goodness sake.
Goodness sake, Rosemarine. It's dangerous. Come, Elise, I'll lend you a hand.
For goodness
I
sake.
truly... We are going to fall through the roof. Isn't this the most lovely view, Elise? The village of Kieferberg? I used to dream of this moment every night. I think I truly made it here in time for the full moon.
Now that you mention...
This is where you first told me about it, too. About fate, I mean.
But,
You didn't quite believe me then, did you?
you know...
Yeah, you were right, Rosemarine. About everything. I see it now. How it brought us all together.
Elise.
Oh, Elise. I was a little too eager last week, wasn't I? That's putting it lightly, Rosemarine. I was so excited to have finally found you. Everything has always pointed me towards you. My dreams, the stars, every little thing, as long as I can remember. When I first saw you that night, it was a tremendous realization.
I see.
A realization, you say? Not only that it hadn't been a mere dream, but also of my fate, of my purpose, and of my very self as part of this world. It was my faith in you that brought me here, I'm certain. You're truly... Oh, I know it all sounds rather silly to you, Elise. It is rather silly, but
You know,
it makes sense to me, Rosemarine. I didn't want to admit it is all. What?
now that you mention...
Being with you every day makes me happy, Rosemarine. All you said about fate, about purpose, your presence also. It all resonates with me so deeply. I don't know what to do with myself at times.
Elise. Rosemary.
You said yesterday, Rosemarine, that I should chase what matters most to me. Yes, of course. And before, too, you said that me being your soulmate doesn't mean I'm yours.
Oh,
It doesn't, no.
you know,
This wish is no longer mine alone, Rosemarine. I want you to be part of it now, too.
Elise.
This full moon you speak of, this new beginning, it's a fresh start for both of us, Rosemarine. Together.
I'm sorry,
Elise, What? Does that mean you... Well, I never had the stars tell me anything, or dreams about you, but... Your name, your voice, it all just...
I love you, Elise.
I love you, Elise.
Rosemarine.
There she is. Got there! Rosemarine.
Oh, Elise.
So you do know my name, Elise? Of course I do. Rosemarine's just easier to say.
It's fate.
Fate always finds its way, doesn't it?
I see.
Truly. Come, Rosemarine. It's time we move along. Are you sure, Elise? About what?
Oh,
Changing your wish for my sake.
now that you
Nothing's changed, Rosemarine. My wish remains the same. I'm just choosing to share it with you, that's all.
Elise.
Please. Come now, it's time to leave. Rosemarine, possibly the one person who knows what they're getting into. Why does the doll look so sad? Questions I probably already know the answers to.
Are you alright?
Oh, interesting. It changes where these are. That's... I wonder if it only does that for Rosemarine. Alright, as usual, first, we eat the bread. Nom nom nom. Good. And then we talk to the Rosemarine. Say, Elise. Hmm? Can we keep Flock? Huh? We don't know what's going to happen tonight, but I can't bear the thought of parting with him. Why are you so attached to that goat, anyhow? Oh, because he accompanied me here. He's just as attached to me, Elise. He's a proper pet. Proper pet, you say? He's always slept with me, and he gives me kisses every day. You let that goat lick you? Oh, and he tried to eat my hat once, too. How is that a good thing, Rosemarine? Why, having a pet is a wonderful thing, Elise. Fine. I suppose we can keep him. Oh, he'll be so happy to hear. He's a goat, Rosemarine. Never had pets, have you, Elise? Granny Hollow was allergic. Oh, I knew it! It really shows. For goodness sake. Say, Elise. What is it, Rosemarine? Your lips are so soft. I was wondering if... Huh? What? You... Are you alright, Elise? You're doing this on purpose, you little... Oh, I was wondering... That's all. Not another word until we get there, Rosemarine. There's no need to get so flustered, Elise. I'm not flustered. You... All I did was... I'm well aware of what you did. You can't keep avoiding it, Elise. I thought we... Why, yes I can. It was just to... I can and I will. I'll kiss you again if you keep... Rosemarine! Oh, for goodness sake. Nerds. I'm not flustered, you're flustered. much time we got. Alright, I think we have enough time to get through the one. Ooh, we got a third. Oh, no, it's just this one. At least you could learn a thing or two from the goat. Incredible. Hey, Dave. I can avoid things for as long as necessary. Watch me.
You know,
Alright.
I...
Third time. This will be another altered reality thing. Rosemarine's going to experience a different reality and not be able to get stirred out of it, so I want to forewarn about that as we get to it. Keep close to me, alright? Best we don't wander about. We could get lost.
Elise!
Oh, Elise? Isn't this wonderful? What is, Rosemarine? All these flowers. And butterflies, and the sky is blue, too. Alright, so we have seen this before. It is the same.
Yes.
Interesting that they all see the exact same thing. For some reason I expected that they would be, like, slightly different. There we go. So I should put the doll in the thing. Perfect. The fireflies. Now, not that one. This menu. Good company. Would be the token. There. Perfect. Just a triple check. Elise? Everything alright, Rosemary? Just excited, Elise. Didn't want to get emotional, but I can't help it. But you were carrying on about the blue sky earlier. Oh, isn't it so beautiful, Elise? I have a bad feeling about this. All these butterflies, it's like we're in a storybook. Does anything seem strange to you? Strange? All these branches, for example. Oh, don't be silly, Elise, they're in bloom. Yeah, okay, this is the thing. All right. Just double checking. Talked to you all. You are no help. At least we don't have to run away from a butterfly horde this time. Offering. There. Hey. Same. We see a fountain here. And now we place the doll. Nyom. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that it's the goat sound. I'm sure that's fine. Where is Flock, anyway? Is it even better place up ahead? And now we go to the tree. To the tree! The tree spills its fortune at us. Which is a hell of a sentence. I did it! I might lose her. I can't go through with this. Let's get out of here!
Rosemarine.
Rosemarine? Hmm?
I'm sorry.
Aren't you going in, Elise?
You know,
No, Rosemarine. I'm not.
Elise.
Please? I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Oh,
What about your wish? Hold, please. Where's my... There we go. Haha. Perfect. And we're back. What about your wish?
now that
I
you
suppose you could say it's changed. But you said earlier it hadn't, that you wanted to...
Rosemarine.
I love you, Rosemarine. That's why we're not going through the hell door. Wonder if you can use Flock for good company? That would be amazing. We put the goat in the basket. Please. I don't need this silly wish of mine anymore. I don't know if I can start afresh with you by my side. Are you sure, Elise? Come now, let's leave this place. Oh, but I don't have anything ready for supper.
Let's go!
We'll figure it out, Rosemarine. Hurry now.
Yes.
Yes, Elise. And away we go. Yeah, the sprite of her hiding her face is cute. We get the little credit scroll. So, it took me, I guess very appropriately, 3 playthroughs to get all the achievements in this game. Which was not something that I had initially set out to do. I originally was thinking that I would just kind of play through this game and be like, oh, just, you know, it was the kind of thing that I, like a lot of games that I play nowadays, I would play through once and be fun with. And then I just got hooked on it big time. And by the time I was on my 3rd playthrough, I'm like, okay, I need to find, like, all of the bits that I'm missing. At this point, I've clocked, I think, over 40 hours in a game that only takes about 9 to 10 to beat. I say all this because it's a testament to how good I think the music in this game is, that I am not remotely tired of any of it. I love hearing it. Might see if it's actually got a soundtrack, because a lot of it is just... It's so charming. Testament. Oh, I did that by accident. Would love to claim I'd done that on purpose. Hooray! Alright, and then these credits we can skip, because we saw them last time. Well, we can only do that if I actually have the thing selected. There. Oh. I like that they get their own little books. It's cute. Because it all started with a storybook motif, you know? I saw no purpose in staying in Kieferberg without her. Now that I was freed from my longing, I could follow my own path. I traveled far, to Primodorf, to the mountains, and beyond. Truly, Kieferberg couldn't compare to how full of life the world was. Had it not been for Rosemarine, the time we spent together, all the things she taught me, I would have never broken free from the person I was back in Kieferberg. And nor would Rosemarine have broken free from her fate. On the morning she left, she came into my room, and she whispered by my ear, "We'll meet again, Elise. On the 7th night of the 7th moon, I will be there, waiting for you in the heart of the woods. I'll come to you when I'm ready, Elise. For now, I'll be taking your apron. I hope you won't mind." Year after year, I went back to the same clearing, hoping to meet her. She didn't show up the first year, or the second. Was it the right place? Had I waited long enough? Where are you, Rosemary? I waited, and I waited. Maybe she's forgotten me. But on the third year... Ah, who am I kidding? She's not coming this year either, is she? I could have dreamt it all, yet I keep coming here.
Elise!
Elise?
Rose and Marine?
Rosemarine? You waited for me, Elise.
For goodness
I thought you'd
sake!
never come, Rosemarine. I told you I'd be here, silly.
Rose and Marine.
Rosemarine. I have so much to tell you, Elise. I learned so many things you wouldn't believe. Such as? Oh, I can do pottery now. I learned how to fish, and I made a rocking chair all by myself, even. And I also brought you something. Is it another pine cone? Or a bracelet? Elise. You cut your hair, Rosemarine. Well, it got in the way when I first started out doing odd jobs. Odd jobs? Yes, I was a chimney sweeper for a couple months.
For goodness
You
sake.
truly...
I'm
I
sorry.
came here to tell you something, actually.
You know,
You're not leaving again, are you? No, silly. I came to tell you I'm ready to stay, Elise.
Rose and Marine.
Rosemarine,
I'm here for you, Elise.
you're ready to stay now too, aren't you? You know I needed time to grow, huh? We both did, wouldn't you say? You truly... What was it you wanted to tell me then?
I love you,
Why,
Elise.
that I love you, of course.
Shush it.
Rosemarine. Why, Elise, you're bright red. Every ending she turns red as a beet, and I love it. Hooray! Well, with 3 happy endings under our belt, I think that's a perfect time to take our break. Because it's not the end of our story. We have 2 more endings to knock out after the break. One of which is the actual canon ending. But you know, hey, listen, I'm not one to tell you which ending you want to take. I like all 3 of those personally. But yeah, we're gonna get to 2 more on the other side of this. So first, stand up, stretch, do what you need to do to take care of you, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes with 2 more ways the story could have gone. See y'all then. Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a quick mini-game break to make use of our fare tickets, because one of these endings might merit having a few extra supplies in the tank. So we're going to just do a quick apple grab, you know, as one does. Elise also gets a break. That seems only fair. Possible I've gotten too good at these minigames. Delicious. Take our hard-won currency and go buy some things. This way, this way, this way, here. Hey, Vilma. Vilma, you don't want to go to the woods, do you? Yeah, we should probably get matches. Let's see. Hearty soup is a solid pick. 30. We've already got this, which is good. We do not need an entire roast turkey, as funny as that would be. We know that we get 2 spice wurst and a couple of mushrooms, so we could probably skip those entirely. Probably don't need... We're not passing enough time for that to be worth it. We've got a Lipkuin, so the hearty soup is probably enough. So... This is probably enough, actually. We might be okay. Maybe what we'll do is grab one of these for just super duper lots of healing. Cool. And we are loaded for bear. And we go right back to who we were just talking to. Rosemary, hi.
Elise, for
Gonna
goodness
speed through this a moment.
you mentioned, you know...
We just saw it, so.
Oh, Rosemary. You know...
Welcome to speed dating.
Goodness sake.
I guess technically I could just load the save after this if I were really thinking about it. But I do want the supplies. Instead, we make use of the game's fun fast-forward feature. Maybe I'll remember VCRs. That was a hell of a time.
You know...
Hooray! We have the strange doll. I appreciate that it also, like, downshifts the volume on the music so that you don't have to hear it, like, excuse me, at super speed. That was well considered. Yada yada yada. Move along. Okay, so it's just randomizing the order of those two things. It's not... It doesn't specifically shift that for Rose and Marine. That's good to know. Alright, so we'll go ahead and eat our super bread. We've seen the adorable party talk, so we can go ahead and proceed to the woods. Now, for our first new ending, we have to do this badly. Instead of the super bread, we're going to give them some ointment. Instead of the actual sweetest nectar, we're going to give them some super grape juice. And for good company, I'm going to give them a mysterious note and really confuse them. Doesn't really matter what we choose, so long as it's all incorrect.
Elise.
We've seen this before, so we skip through. If you
Yes.
think Super Bread is good, you should try Wonder Bread. Super Mario Wonder Bread. I like how the icon also changes, so you actually look at it, it's the little, like, the sprite for ointment. Here we go. Yes, Arthur is in a cone at the moment. I won't go into the gory details because they are actually a little bit gory, but suffice it to say, he's alright now. He's on antibiotics. But yeah, he had a kind of a surprise vet visit, and so now he is in the cone of shame. Out. Up. Up again. Now down. Over. And around and through. Grape juice. Super grape juice. It's probably like laudanum or something, right? St. Valburga's oil? Or St. John's wort, or... Knowing this time period, it could just be straight cocaine, you know? Go. Now, last offering. Mysterious note. Perfect. Good, we still got the goat noise. Huh? Rosemarine?
What in the Lord's name?
Where are you? Whoop! Ah.
What is this?
Where am I? What is this place? You've come to me, my progeny. It's you, the old hag! You've done well in finding your way to my grove, Elise. Oh, how I struggled to reach you before you reached him. Stay away! Those vexing pets of his, taking hold of my woodland as they pleased. But now, I can take back what's rightfully mine. No, stay away! I've tried, Elise, endlessly, over and over again, to create life just the way he did that day. What?
Is this?
Using my fertile soil to conceive you, my womb. Don't come any closer. And now, Elise, at last. At last, my beloved, I can embody your human vessel. I was used by him and his marquise, relentlessly so. All for the sake of that woman's insignificant wish. I bore you in my womb, I nurtured you, my beloved. Yet he still dares interfere with my kin. You are mine, Elise. Not his, not your grandmother's. You, my beloved, are what I'm not. Oh, Elise, I can feel your heart thumping in my chest. Your burning fingertips, your tearful eyes. I can feel your living, breathing body cradling me at last. With this, with your human body which I bore, I can once more bear life in my womb, I can live as a woman. I think we should just take a moment to appreciate the glow up. Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Wandering about after dark again, Elise. I'm sorry, Mr. Bernard. It seems I got carried away by my duties. Mrs. Elma needed help until a little later, you see. It's a good thing you're so dedicated, Elise. Of course. It's a pleasure to help my neighbors. Well, you sound like a completely different person, Elise. Still in good spirits after the festival yesterday, are you? Oh, it was the best we've ever had, after all. And no one was the wiser. So it's kind of a more expanded version of the, like, Scooby-Doo ending. We get more details of how it went bad, how the possession happens. I keep hearing a Jasmine meowing around me. Where are you at, sweetheart? Oh. Apparently Jasmine not a fan of the possession ending. As we take a sharp 90-degree turn right back into horror. So the key to getting that ending is you have to get all 3 gifts wrong. So essentially, instead of the bread that we made, the wine that we made, and the doll that we got, I just replaced them with just junk from our inventory. If you get all 3 of them wrong, then instead of going forward to meet whoever him is, instead you fall through the floor and meet Valperga. As you have essentially rejected the offer. Yeah, Father Hans and Gustav have the same voice actor. Also, interestingly enough, Rosenmarine and Muffy are the same voice actor, which is a lovely range. Motherly Cocoon. What a name. And with that, we just have one more ending that we're going to do. How much time do we have? 20 minutes? Okay, well, we'll see if we get... We may run a little long on this one, we'll see. Go as far as we can. So this last one is the canonical ending.
You know, please.
Which also means that Rosenmarine is the canonical paramour.
Yes.
Speaking of, Pesky. Token. There. Gift. Gift. Bread. Bread. Go away. Bird. Door. Around. This time we will collect all the things, because might actually need them where we're going. There. Out. In. Up. In. Up. The only reason I call it the canonical ending is because this whole game is a prequel to Pocket Mirror. So we know what comes after. But I'm honestly fine with saying any of the happy endings are just as good. Headcanons exist for a reason. And I like all three of the happy endings, personally. And away. Oh, oh no. I should have gotten the spice first. It's fine. We have a lot of healing. We'll probably be fine. Offering. We shouldn't need food, because I don't think any more time passes. Yes. Alright. Before we head to the tree. Up here. Eat. Mushroom. So we're starting at 100% health. And now, for the first time, we will find out what is on the other side of this portal. There. What happens if you get some of the basket right and not all? So yes, a couple of the endings that I'm not showing are exactly that. If you get some of the gifts correct, specifically if you get the bread and wine correct, or the flesh and nectar correct, but you don't either progress anybody's romance, or you don't get them high enough to get the strong bond, so you don't get the token of love, then essentially when you try to proceed them to this point, you get a different bad ending. And there's one for Rose and Marine, and then the one for Lebkuin and Freya is actually the same.
This is it!
If I go through with this, my wish. I'm all this way. I want to find him. I have to do this. I'll have him grant it for me if it kills me. Nope. Huh? Where's Marine? She was taken. I've come this far. I'm gonna go meet him. Oh, hey, we're back here. Hi, Flock! We were just talking about you. Flock?
Wait!
Flock, wait! What the flock are you doing here? Also, a save point would be lovely. We're going back now. Unless, of course, they kill us. Which they might. I'm sure the laughter is fine. What is this place? I feel like I've been here before. Alright, left door. Got it. Yeah, you don't have to look so happy about it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. What in the Lord's name? I can't stay here. I need to find a way out. And now we run. that way. Oh, yes, that way. Poison swamp. Ow, that's rude. Nope, this is right before that one hits us. Let's go ahead and eat this. And that one's gonna smack us. Oh, alright, left door. Find the lady. Pretty sure it's this one. Yes? Okay. Hooray! Alright, left again. No problem, we can do this. Everybody remember left door. Rude! Rude, I say. Don't think it was going higher. It's hard to tell, but this whole time we're also being chased by poison miasma. Which I guess is redundant. Left door, middle, right, left, middle, left. Left again, okay. Nice, consistent, I like that. Like that in a goat. Let me in, thank you. You know what? Use the little ones. Get a nice full heal going. You will not have me. You might. Okay, alright, okay. Woo! Oh, we're gonna get dinged by both of those, huh? I think it's this one. It's the left-hand path. Oh, we no-scoped it. Okay. Oh. Get away from that save point, you jerk. That's mine. Wait! What the Lord's name is going on here? New objective, find him. First, eat a freaking berry. There we go. Alright. Maybe we're, you know what, we're not, we don't need to stagger save, we're not going back. Thank you, Pedro. Uh-huh. And now what? Love what you've done with the place. Clock? The Witch of Isolith sends her regards. Oh good, the play's the thing. Hi, bud.
Wait!
Clock? What are you doing here? I like how the roots that are also people on the sides. Oh. We meet again, Elise. Who? What are you? Here, I thought you'd be happy to see me.
What is this?
I don't... Let's have a word, Elise. You've come here for a reason, haven't you? I wish. Why don't we discuss this over the piece you brought me? Just kind of looks like a little twerp. I love it. Uh-huh. Neat. Oh. That looks delicious. Much better, isn't it?
You know,
You're him, aren't you? Ozzy, Elise.
I see.
Ozzy. At your service. This wish of mine, can you truly... For a price, yes. I've already brought you your gifts. What else could you... Speaking of which... Oh, there they are.
Wait!
Don't put the doll there. It's totally irresponsible. Wait, I brought what you asked of me. You silly girls keep misunderstanding. These are mere gifts, Elise. A little courtesy. You have to pay for what you truly desire. What? That witch made you think otherwise, did she?
You know,
How do you know that? You know everything about you, Elise. I knew you liked the shoes, too. So you were the one who... Rather tasteless, isn't she? Trying to use me to lure you into her belly. What? The witch? You're well aware who I'm talking about, aren't you? That old hag. She was speaking the truth, Elise. These gifts brought you to me. Although you didn't quite need them, did you? What do you mean? We have a unique bond, Elise. Me, you, that witch, and your grandmother. Hala, was it? What are you... Calm down, won't you? Your grandmother is no stranger to me, lassie. Begged me for a child, and here you are. Back to your roots. You mean... Granny Hala also... Conceiving you in that witch's woodland was a mistake, that's what. Made her believe she had a part in it. That you're her kin, even. What are you talking about? Why, about your dear mother, Elise?
You're adopted.
You're adopted? My mother? The only mother I've ever had was Granny. Let's put that past us. You're here for a reason. You did good in bringing me your tender flesh and the sweetest nectar. Even brought me some good company for supper. For supper? So let us dine, Elise.
What is it you wish for?
Tell me more about what it is you desire, why don't you?
now that you mention it,
What I want is... I can't hear you, lassie. Speak up. I want to be rich. That's all I've ever wanted. Silence? My apologies, Elise. They're not so easy to tame, you see.
you know,
What are they, anyhow? My golden maidens, you ask? Nothing but mere servants, Elise. But let's focus now. You want to be rich, you say? That's what your heart most desires, is it? You want an easy, luxurious life. No more of this maid-of-all-work nonsense. I want to live in a castle, to live comfortably, forever. To live out my dream together with...
out with
What are
it.
you all laughing at? I have a price, Elise.
I see.
Whatever you'd like. Your firstborn child.
Now that you
My second-born child. Oh? How might I know you'll have 2 children, Elise?
Is that so?
How are you going to not have any at all? Whew, got his ass. Why, don't you trust me?
Huh?
I've shown you my loyalty, haven't I? I brought you your gifts, every last one. It's the least you could do. You're certain this is what you want, Elise?
All right.
A luxurious life, starting right this instant. Well then, let us indulge in the first course now, why don't we? I really like the devil's catchphrase being, why don't you? Elise!
Rose and Marine.
Let us make a toast, Elise. Oh, it is. It's Aziel and
This is
Miriam.
ridiculous.
They're in their gajinkas. What did you do to her? Me?
Out with it.
Let her go. I don't think you'd want that, lassie. Our contract is sealed, after all. Huh? Come now. You know what we're doing here, Elise.
Hurry it up.
I told you to let her go. Let's get this out of the way. Why don't we? Elise? These gifts, Elise. The testaments to your loyalty. The tender flesh, your own mortal body. The sweetest nectar, your very own blood. The good company. Now that's the one you hold dearest to your heart, Elise.
By the Lord,
No, that can't be.
it's fate.
Elise, you've done it.
This is ridiculous.
No, you can't do this. Elise, stop. This isn't what I meant to do. Nobody told me about this. Elise, everyone told you about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nobody told me about this. They're so noisy. Can we get this over with? So noisy, so noisy. That's what I said, you lousy crow. Let us feast, Miriam, Aziel. Elise, this is our fate, Elise.
Frozen Marine!
Ah. Oh, well, hmm. No, this isn't what I...
This is my fate.
This is what I was born to endure. No, Rosemarine. This isn't what I meant to do. Not at all. It's alright, Elise.
It's fate.
This is my fate, after all.
What is this?
I have to do something. I can still stop this. I can still... Elise!
Frozen Marine.
Rosemarine, she's... There's so much blood. If I don't stop this, if Rosemarine is... Granny,
This is
I'm meeting you soon. She's dying. Oh, I'm full. Oh, it's our eyes now. Must thank you, Elise. Not only for the feast, but for this beautiful new addition to my entourage.
Frozen Marine.
Marine. We'll meet again, Elise. I'll be there on the day your second child is born. Oh, hey, Alice. You've come in at an awkward time. We like starting stream if I do it all? Understood. Appreciate the heads up. Because, yeah, we will be running a little bit long to close this one out. But I will toss a raid your way when we're wrapped up here. Until we meet again. Please. So if you speak up at any point in there, if you choose any of the options other than the ellipses, and they give you like 5-6 chances, but if you choose any of them to speak up and object to what's going on, then immediately the scene switches, and instead of whoever's being sacrificed, Elise gets sacrificed instead and turned into a golden maiden, which is its own ending. Which is why we had to choose the incredibly cruel option to just sit there in silence the entire time. And show our commitment. Ms. Elise Liedel, I reckon. I'm here on behalf of Count Roman de Heeligi? I'm just gonna get through that one. The Count would very much like to see you, Miss Elise. Would you please allow me to escort you to the castle? And everyone clapped. Even Muppy was there. High League, probably, yeah. Yeah, HEI would be high, yeah. This must be why really rich people are dead inside. Yes, this is why. Wishes, the manifestations of one's innermost desire. Oftentimes leading to glorious glee, others to ruinous grief. Bearers of strong emotions and hopeful hearts, youthful girls risk their very soul to reach my realm, carrying their lanterns deep into the woods, lighting their paths like fireflies, one after the other. Whether they're granted their wishes or they're offered a sacrifice, All their dreams, all their souls, all of their regret, they all fall into the palm of my hand, one way or another. My beloved golden maidens, how much I cherish them. Out of all the souls I've consumed, Elise's is the most promising, the most fragrant. Will she thrive? Or will she sink into the depths of despair? Elise Liddell is a corruption of Alice Liddell. Ooh. And then we get a credit scroll, and then we get one more epilogue. So you can, if you've gotten the token of love, you can do the same sacrifice route with Lepkuin and Freya. Unsurprisingly, they very much object to being eaten alive. Rose and Marine is the only one of the three who is actively trying to reassure Elise the whole time, because she was a true believer that this was Elise's fate and that this was her part in it. And it, to me at least, almost makes the scene more difficult, because it's just, she is so committed to helping Elise achieve her dream that she's willing to endure unthinkable horrors just to, play a small part in that. And it's just, that's somehow so much worse. The others are at least aware that what Elise is doing to them is heinous and unthinkable. And now we know how golden maidens are made, in case that wasn't heavily implied by all the golden maidens we talked to. I got precisely what he promised me. Nothing more, nothing less. Fortune, wealth, a second chance at happiness. Yet...
Always upsell.
always upsell.
Don't take a chance at happiness. Demand a guaranteed happiness and a refund if it doesn't arrive.
Always get a refund if it doesn't arrive. No matter how big the ballroom, how glorious the dresses, I found myself feeling out of place. None of it came close to what I sacrificed. It all felt vapid, worthless, far from what I truly wanted. The harrowing regret haunted me day and night. Unearthly visions of her, of the look on her face the night I lost her forever. He too visited me in the dead of night, reminding me of my own foolishness, my futility. All I had left was my progeny, my beloved son Henry. Or Henri. My one and only child. I will never put you in harm's way. Never will that demon get my second-born child. There is only you, Henry. You're my only hope, my one chance at happiness. Yet fate wouldn't have it that way. I had twins, a boy Henry and a daughter, my beloved daughter. He's going to take her from me. I never thought I'd go back to Kieferberg Village again. Not after what I had done years before. I can only think of one person who could still help me. Someone who could keep him away from Goldia. I know why you've come to me, Elise.
Lepkuhin.
Lepkuhin. I've never said anything about...
I see.
I don't need you to tell me, Elise.
Here you go.
Take it. Keep it close to you. It will keep you from harm. Or whomever carries it.
Lepkuhin.
Lepkuhin, I... Don't ever come back here, Elise. You've chosen your own path, but tell me. Did you get what you wished for? I did. That's the pocket mirror. I got exactly what he promised me. Nothing more, nothing less. I paid the heaviest price imaginable. Lost what I cherished most.
Rosemarine.
My dearest friend, Rosemarine.
I see.
See. Do not ever let that mirror go, do you understand?
I
Yes.
see.
Oh my god, they were roommates. Yee. And that's ending number 1. And again, that's the one that goes on to the next game. What art? On that happy note, and with this entirely too cheery title screen music, that's Little Goody Two Shoes. Yeah, so you've seen 6 out of the 10 endings, and heard me describe several others. So that's about as close to the full gamut as we got. Because I like this game a lot, and the full experience I think is worth it. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out and coming along with me on this wild horror game that I found and fell in love with. Monday we start the 3rd game in our Happy Ever After series, which I have recently decided I don't think it's actually going to be the end of our Happy Ever After series. A new game that came out last week that I think I'm going to tack on and expand and keep the series going. We'll talk about that more on Monday. But yeah, Monday we start Slay the Princess, which looks very exciting. I have had it strongly advised to me to go into that one sight unseen, very similarly to The Outer Worlds. I know the premise from the trailer and from like the game's description and all that, so I'm not going to be surprised by like how it works broadly speaking, but I don't know the specifics. And I'm very excited to get to them because I've been excited for this one for a while. And I haven't watched any streams of it or anything like that, so this will be the first time I get to actually... I'm chomping at the bit, is what I'm saying. But enough on that. Be sure to check out our full schedule at schedule.truck.community to see what our whole stream team is up to all week long, with what everyone's streaming, on what days, at what times, with links to everybody's channels, all in one convenient place, so you can find all kinds of streams all through the week, often multiple times a day, which segues beautifully into what Alice is up to, assuming that you plan to stream tonight, Alice. And if so, we'll toss a raid over to twitch.tv/squirrellily here in just a mo for World's End Club. There we go, got it right in the first try. There were 2 similar games that Alice and July were doing for a bit that I kept like one of the words was tripping up, and July has finished hers. So, but it's World's End Club that Alice is playing. So we'll toss a raid her way here in just a bit. So hang out and chat, and Twitch will send you along to that channel shortly. Thank you all so much again. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will hope to see you next time. Good night, y'all.